this lesson today, we'll be talking about area, and specifically area of borders. For example, the drawing which we have on the board, we have a rectangular picture measures 32 centimeters by 28 centimeters. When the picture is framed, a margin of 2 centimeters wide is left all the way around, as shown in the finger below. This finger, what is the area of the margin? Remember, we have the picture inside, that is the picture. The unshaded one is the picture. Then we have margin. This is the margin. The margin is the difference between this frame, the frame, and the picture. The one which is left there is the margin. For instance, if you check this this paper, this one, this can be our picture, this one. Then we have the frame. The frame is the outer one, or the big one. Then we have the margin. This is the margin. So if you want to get the area of the picture, it's very simple. It's just this rectangle is the picture. So you will just multiply 32 times 28. You get the area of the rectangle. But if you want to get the area of the margin, this one, you get the area of the rectangle, that is the frame, this one. Then you remove this one. You remove this one. So you get the area of the rectangle, the bigger one. Remove the smaller rectangle. This is the inner one, the picture, for you to get the frame. That is for you to get the margin. This is the margin. So that is what you're supposed to do. But if they just tell you the area of the inner one, this is the photo, this one, or the picture, you just get area of the rectangle, the inner one, and just multiply this side times this one. But if it is the margin, this one, you get the total area of the rectangle, the big one, you subtract the area of the inner one. Let us use this example. So in this case, you need to understand that the keyword in this question is not whether it is shaded or unshaded. The keyword is, are you told to get the area of the inner, that is a rectangle, or you are told to get the area of the margin? If you find it is the area of the rectangle, you just get length times width, which is 32 times 28, you get the area. If you get, you find the question is talking about area of the frame, of the margin, this one, you will get the total area of the rectangle. You remove the inner one, you will be left with the margin. Let us use this one practically. What is the area of the margin? The margin is this, this space here, this area. So you have to get the original area, that is the outer area, the rectangle which is the bigger one, and then you minus the smaller one. This one will be left with the margin. So let us get the area of the outer one, area of the outer one. That is length times width. But we are not given the measurements of the outer one. So what are you supposed to do? You are told the width of the margin is 2 centimeters. So this side we have 2 centimeters. Here we have 2 centimeters. Here we have 2 centimeters. We also have 2 centimeters. It is uniform margin. So if, let me use dots. If the margin this side is 2, the other side is also 2, and the distance from here up to here, this is the same as this one, so that is 32. So here we have 32. So the total distance from here up to here is 2 plus 32, you get 34, plus 2, you get 36. So the measurement of the outer length is 36. 36. That is the outer rectangle. What about the width? Remember the margin, this one, from here up to here, that is 2. From here up to here is also 2. Then this distance here is 28. So it means here we have 28. So what are you supposed to do? You get 28 plus 2, you get 30, plus 2, you get 32. So the external width is 32. 2 centimeters. So what is the area of the outer one? 36 times 32. That is the area. 36 times 32. Let us multiply. We can multiply. We can multiply here. We have 36 times 32. We have 2 times 6, you have 12, 2 carry 1. 2 times 3, you have 6 plus 1, you have 72. Cancel this one, put a 0, because we are moving with 1's place value, we are moving to 10's place value. Cancel this one. 3 times 6, you get 18, 8 carry 1. 3 times 3, you get 9 plus 1, you have 10. When you add, we have 2, 7 plus 8, you have 15, 5 carry 1. 1 plus 0, you have 1. Here we have nothing plus 1, you have 1. 1152 is not the correct answer for the whole question. 1152 centimeters squared. This is the area of the outer rectangle, this bigger one. What is the area of the inner one? Area of the inner rectangle. Length times width. So you just get 32 times 28. So let us multiply. 32 times 28. 8 times 2, you get 16. 6 carry 1. 8 times 3, you get 24 plus 1, you get 25. Cancel this one, put a 0. Cancel this one. 2 times 2, you get 4. 2 times 3, you get 6. Then you add. We have 6. 5 plus 4, you get 9. 2 plus 6, you get 8. So you have 896 centimeters squared. We have said for you to get the area of the margin, remember originally it was a rectangle. Then we remove the inner one, we will be left with the margin. That is how you're supposed to get the area of the margin. So now what are you supposed to do? Get the outer area minus the inner area. That is 1152 minus 896. Borrow here you have 4. 12 minus 6 you have 6. 4 minus 9 it is impossible. You borrow here you have 0. 14 minus 9 you have 5. Here we have 0. Borrow here. You have 10 minus 8 you have 2. So the area becomes 256 centimeters squared. That is the area of the margin. That is the area of the margin. We can try to do question number 2. This one. Find the area of the unshaded part. Which part? I've said unshaded or shaded, that is not the keyword. You are supposed to ask yourself, is it the inner or the outer? For instance, in this case, the unshaded part is the outer, meaning this is the margin. And I've said for you to get the area of the margin, you just calculate the area of the outer rectangle minus the area of the outer one, of the inner one. You assume, originally it was a rectangle, like what I've shown you. Then the question is asking about what is remaining, this one, this margin. So you have to remove this one. So it is outer area minus the inner area. Area of the outer, which is length times width. Have we given the measurement? Yes. This is the length. 10, 1 over 2. Let us change this one to a proper fraction. 2 times 10, you get 20, plus 1, you get 21 over 2 times. What is the width? Remember, we are using length times width. So you multiply by 6. Remember, this one is over 1. By 2, 1. By 2, you have 3. 21 times 3, 21 times 3, you have 3. 3 times 2, you have 6. So you get 63. You get 63 meters squared. That is not the correct answer. That is just the area of the outer rectangle after multiplying length times width. Let us calculate the area of the shaded. Remember the question is talking about unshaded, this one. So you must get the inner one, and you subtract area of the inner. So 6 1 over 2, so it is 6 1 over 2. Let us change 6 1 over 2 into improper fraction. 2 times 6, you will get 12 plus 1, 13. So we have 13 over 2 times the width of this rectangle is 2. So times 2. By 2, 1, by 2, 1. 13 times 1, you get 13 meters squared. That is not the answer. Now you will find the area, you will find that the area of the inner one, which is the shaded, is 13 meters squared. The area of the outer one, that is this big rectangle, we have multiplied this one times this, we got 63 meters squared. What happened? Originally it was a big rectangle, then we removed this one. Removing meaning you subtract, so that you can be left with this margin. So it is 63 minus 13. 3 minus 3, you get 0. 6 minus 1, you have 5. The answer becomes 50 meters squared. That is the area of the margin. Let's go to the next question, which is number 3. Find the area of the unshaded part. The unshaded part in this diagram is just a rectangle. This is the unshaded part. And you'll notice that the unshaded part is the inner one. And I said if you are getting the area of the inner one, which is a rectangle, you just use the formula of calculating the area of a rectangle, which is length times width. So in this case, the area of the unshaded part, you are just required to multiply length times width. But you are not given the measurements of the inner rectangle. What you are given is the length of the outer rectangle and the width of the outer rectangle. Then you are given the margin, and the margin is uniform, meaning the space here is the same as this one, is the same as this one, is the same as this. So it means here we also have 3 centimeters. If this one is 36, remember this is a margin, this one. This is margin of 3, so it means here we have 3. On the other side, this is a margin of 3 centimeters. So how do we get this distance? This one from here up to here. Remember the distance from here up to here is 36 centimeters, meaning from here up to here is also 36 centimeters. So the total distance is 36. And you know this one is 3. The other side is 3. So what are you supposed to do to get this remainder here, that is at the middle? You just get the total 36 minus 3, then minus 3. So 36 minus 3 minus 3. 36 minus 3, you get 33. 33 minus 3, you get 30. So it means the length of the inner rectangle is 30 centimeters. What about the width of the inner rectangle? The total is 30. This distance from here up to here is 3 centimeters. Also from here up to here is 3 centimeters. And the total from here all the way up to there is 30 centimeters. So what are you supposed to do to get this distance? You get the total 30, minus 3 you get 27, minus 3 you get 24. Or you just say 30 minus 3 and 3 is 6. You get 24. So this distance here is 24 centimeters. Find the area of the unshaded part. The unshaded part is a rectangle. The question is not asking about the margin. The margin is the shaded one. If the question was talking about the shaded, you could have calculated the outer area, you remove this one, so that you can be left with the margin. But this question is very simple. What is the area of the unshaded part? Unshaded. It is not shaded. So we have calculated the measurements of the inner rectangle. So the area of the inner rectangle, which is unshaded, is length times width. So what is the length? We got 30 centimeters times the width is the 24 centimeters. So you just multiply 24 times 30. Multiply 0 times 4 you get 0. 0 times 2 you get 0. Cancel this one, put a 0. Why are we cancelling? Because we are with the ones place value, we want to move to tens place value, which should start under 0. 3 times 4 you get 12. 2 carry 1. 3 times 2 you get 6 plus 1 you get 7. So you have 0 to 7. So our area is 720 centimeters squared. That is the area of the unshaded, which is a rectangle. Let's go to the next question. What is the area of the shaded part? The area of the shaded part. The shaded part is a rectangle. We have two ways you can do to get this correct answer. You can say since this is a rectangle, this is 90 degrees. You can just say the shaded part is a triangle. So you can just say area of a triangle is half times base times height. Base and height are these two lines which are meeting at 90 degrees. So it will just be half times base, that is 126, times 40. We also have alternative. You can just say the whole finger is a rectangle and the area of a rectangle is just length times width. So because the shaded part is just half of the rectangle, you just say half times length times width, which is half times 126 times 40, which is just the same as what we have written. By 2, 1, by 2 you get 6 because of 12. Then you have 6 divided by 2, you have 3. So let's multiply 63 times 40. 63 times 40. 0 times 3, you have 0. 0 times 6, you have 0. Cancel this one, put a 0 there. We want to start where we have tens place value. 4 times 3, you have 12. 2 carry 1. 4 times 6, you have 24 plus 1, you have 25. Add, you have 0. 0 plus 2, you have 2. 5 plus nothing, you can put zeros here. You have 5, then we have 2. So the area becomes 2,520 meters square. Very simple, very simple. That is just area of the shaded. It's just a triangle. So you just say half times base times height. Or you can also say the area of the rectangle is 126 times 40. Then you just divide it by 2. You multiply by half. So just follow those 4 examples and you can try any other question pertaining area of borders involving rectangles. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.